tweezers. That is ridiculous, man. Look how small, that's my little finger, but still look how small that is. So tiny. You got little pedals here. That's just dropped off, I found it, don't worry. Look at that. And this one's a bit bigger. That's just trying to show you how little these pieces are, guys. On my little finger, and they're still very tiny. So just be careful not to lose your pieces, guys, that's what I'm saying. Right, so instruction 8, we've got to get this little piece here. Glue the pivot in front of the targeting computer. Now, if you can see there, you've got like a little rib there. That's what's got to go into the floor. So if I carefully put a bit of glue, without gluing it to my fingers, it's that tiny, it's going to go on me rather than the piece, I think. Get on, like so. But as you can imagine, we're going to have to apply some glue to that so it sticks into place. But look how effective that looks. Pretty cool. So let's get my super glue over. What you're going to do, guys, is put it on the flat edges where it's going to lean on the recess, and that is going to be going in that hole there, and then it will go down to that hole there. So again, do a dry fit, and that's how it's going to look. So what I do is put a bit of glue on each side again, like that. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Today I'm doing another Millennium Falcon build from Fano di Agostini, and we're at issue 42. There's the mag, here's the parts, and also in today's box, should I say, delivery, this issue, this pack, I've got the free gift, a Millennium Falcon t-shirt. It's got all the outlay for Millennium Falcon, guys. Next time I do a video, I will try this on. Let me just look. I think it's a large. Hopefully it should fit, guys, but I'll try that on in the next video so you'll be able to see in the intro and the outro exactly what it looks like. It looks pretty cool in the background. I'm looking forward to trying that on. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember, subscribe, like, share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put something up to do with the Millennium Falcon or anything else on the channel. That'll be notifying your device. But yeah, without further ado, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Millennium Falcon from Fano. Okay then, guys, so thank you for joining me again with the Millennium Falcon from Fano di Agostini at the beginning of pack 10. Here we go then, guys. Here's the parts, which we'll take a look shortly. First of all, let's have a quick look through this week's mag. Beautiful, there she is, Millennium Falcon in her pride and joy. Beautiful pictures, guys. BB-8. Oh, that'd be cool to build. I don't know if you could do much. I suppose you could put a lot of details on it, etc. All that. Can you imagine building that? Whoa, that would be good to build. Probably be a bit tricky, but yeah. Fano, you're listening? I'd have a go at that. Yeah, this is obviously, there's a lot of Millennium Falcon pictures in this week's issue, which obviously it's about the Millennium Falcon. But anyway, back to this week's parts. We have got some hull plating, thread cutting tap. Oh, got that. I don't know what that's for. We'll have to look into that. Hull details and a sprue with some more details on. I think what this hull tap thing is, this thread cutting tap, sorry, It's if you've got any steel frames and it's not been drilled out for whatever reason, you can use that to push the metal through easier to cut, or it might make the thread. I'm not sure. We'll look into that. That's a cool thing to have. And this is what we're doing today then, guys, detailing the recess. Basically simply cutting parts, pieces off the sprue and then putting it onto there. So planton details we're cutting off and putting it onto the recess there, basically adding numbers up. That's all we're doing. But it looks very effective. And then at the end of it, it'll look like that. And as I've said, what we're going to be doing, that won't be today, guys. I'm going to make a separate video of this part now. There's another part similar to this, and maybe the floor where the hologram table is. I'm going to weather that as well. I'm going to make one video out of all that, and then from moving forward on, I will be doing that all the way through, weathering details on this Millennium Falcon. I wasn't going to, but I've changed my mind. That's what I'm going to do. So there's the mag. Let me get the parts over. We'll take a look at what we've got. Okay then, guys, so I hope you're sitting comfortably. Let's just get these parts out. I was only thinking today, I've not done a live for a long time. Some of you probably saying, yeah, thank God for that. But I do want to do another live one day. With what build, I'm not sure. So here's that part. In fact, this looks like another screwdriver. But in the instructions, apparently this is, I think that's what that is. It's basically to push out if there's any metal in your little holes on your frame where you put your screws and it's not been bored out for whatever reason. I think that's what this is. That'll just push that out so you can crack on and get it screwed together with all your little hole connectors, etc. So I'm going to put that to one side because we'll probably be needing that in the future. We've got some hull plating, which I don't think we're going to be using today. And we've got a sprue with some planton details. I think it's about 1, 2, 3, 8 on it, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 pieces, which we're going to be using today. And all those are going to be stuck onto here. And then in a future date, I will be weathering these guys. There's another one similar. And as I say, the hologram floor, that's going to be weathered also. But without further ado, guys, let's crack on with instruction 1. So instruction 1 is telling us to take number 1, which is this part here. Now, if you've got some sprue cutters, this is where you'll be using them, guys. But as you can see, if you can't get them for whatever reason, just give it a little rub with your nail, and that is good as new. So what we're going to do now for instruction 2 is it's going to be showing us how to stick this on to this part here. Okay, so instruction 2, what we're going to do is take the recess, which is this part here, and then planton detail number 1, which is this. And what we're going to do, guys, is place it on the side of the recess. And that is as simple as pushing it on like so. But as you can imagine, we're going to have to apply some glue to that so it sticks into place. But look how effective that looks. Pretty cool. So let's get my super glue over. What you're going to do, guys, is put it on the flat edges where it's going to lean on. So just be careful not to put too much on. As you go on it, dripping inside the recess. Because this stuff goes all white, see, when it dries and it looks a bit silly. So place that there like so. Just hold that for a couple of seconds. And it does push in well, guys. Give it a good push so it's nice and flush on the side there. And that's how that's looking. And that is instruction 1 all done. Place that to there, one side. And now instruction 2 is telling us to take, let me just look, until over instruction 3. That's what they do on these mags, guys. Sometimes you mean one instruction. So one is just taking it off the sprue, and then instruction 2 was showing you how to put it in. So now we flew on to instruction 3. And we want this part here. So carefully, if you're not using sprues, guys, if you're not using sprue cutters, you can get it off yourself, as you can see here, but just be very careful. These are very flimsy and they could break very easily. So I'm going to show you a cheaper way of doing this. Put a bit more. Easy to damage things, so be careful. That should twist off now. But for you guys who can't afford to get sprue cutters or whatever reason, or you can't get hold of any, there's no stopping you. You can still do it. You can pick it off with your nail, but you can use a nail file if you want. That's a good way to do this. But if not, I'm just showing you the no frills way of doing it. Right, and looking at what we've got here, let me just turn this the right way around. Yeah, so basically this part is going to be going here in those two holes. So what I'll do is I'll put it the way I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll show you when it's all done. I'll do a dry fit first. There you go, look at that. Pretty cool. So again, put a little bit of glue on each side. You do only need a little bit, guys. There you go. And we'll just pop that in those two holes. Like so. Make sure that's nice and flush in there. Very therapeutic this is, guys, doing this. It's so simple but effective. Look at that. Just that one little detail there that looks, and that one there. So those two details make it pop. And all we've done is to cut it off the sprue and attached it on. Brilliant. Now we want this part, which is number 3 of the piece of the sprue, and we're going to put that into the recess, and that is going to be going in that hole there, and then it will go down to that hole there. So again, we'll do a dry fit, and that's how it's going to look. So all we're going to do is put a bit of glue on each side again, just like that, and then just place that, those 2 pins into each hole in the recess. Give that a bit of time to dry, and that is that part all in. And then going on to instruction 6, we need to take number 4, which looks like a bit of a machine gun, that piece there. Let's take that off, and then number 4 is going to be fitted, let me just look, yeah, in these 2 holes just there. Yep, you've got it. I'll do a dry fit first. See here as well, guys, you've got a big pin and a little pin. Obviously the big pin will go in the big hole, and the little pin will go in the little hole. I'll just say big in the big, little in the little, and that's how that looks. Look at that. So effective. Wicked. So again, get a bit of glue on these pins, and we'll get that stuck in. There we go. You heard those pins click in there. That's how that's looking. Give that a couple of seconds to dry, and that'll be all done. And now we're going to move on to instruction 7. Now we've got this little thing here, which is part 5, and this is going to have to go over part 3, which we put in earlier on. Basically just as simple as that, guys. That's where that's going to go. Again, get a bit of glue. Yeah, I do hope you're enjoying this build, guys. If you haven't already, remember to click that subscribe button, and you'll always be notified every time I put the Millennium Falcon up on the channel to your device, so you won't miss a thing. That wasn't dry very quick, was it? There you go. So just wait a couple of seconds. If it doesn't dry because the glue's not enough, I'll put a bit more glue on, to be fair. There we go. Should be better. There you go. Just give that a little hold for a couple of seconds, and that'll be cool. There you go. Plus, with doing the weathering on these, guys, when I do it, it makes the glue not stand out as much. It just gives us that little bit of a pop, if you know what I mean. Right, so the next instruction, number 8, we want to take number 6. So number 6 is like these little barrel things here. So just twist those off. And these would be going right next to what we've just put on. So if I just carefully do that dry fit, you may need your tweezers here, guys, because it's a bit fiddly. So if I just lean over, get my tweezers and place them in just there like that, that's how they're going to look. So I'm just going to get those back out. Do you know what? I don't know how, but I've lost all my tweezers. I used to have loads of tweezers. Can't find none of them. Right, so apply a little bit of glue. And then just drop that into that little recess. It'd be beneficial using tweezers, guys, here, because it gets a bit tight and fiddly. And when you're happy, carefully push that down like that. And that's how we're looking at the end of instruction 8. Brilliant. So now we've got to get number 7 off the sprue, and that's going to be this part here, which is a pretty big piece, to be fair, so just be careful as you get it off the sprue, guys, not to damage anything. You may be, if you're not used to cutting these off here, getting hold of a sprue cutter. I've cut that many now. I don't want to tempt fate, but I'm getting used to cutting them off. And I've said this before, you can file these down either with your nail, just giving it a little bit of a pick, or use a nail file. It'll do the same trick, but just do be careful, as you see how flimsy that was, then that could easily have snapped then. So you've got to be careful when you're doing this. It'd be better to file them down. So we're going to do the dry fit first, see how this looks. So we're going to be taking number 7 off the sprue, and we're going to just drop this into the recess like that. There we go. It blends in that much, guys, you can't even see it, but that's where that's going to go. So yeah, you got it. Let's put a little bit of glue on each part of this, and then we'll get that stuck in to the recess. And then we're nearly there for this week's issue, guys. Just one more piece to put in, and then this issue is all done. There we go. Again, just hold it into place. If you're using this glue I've got, which is from the range in the UK, pretty good stuff. Hold it into place for a couple of seconds. As you can see, that is now stuck already. So the last instruction of the day, because I'm not doing the weathering at the minute, as I've said, but we would be, if you're following the instructions, guys, you'd be weathering yours now, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to make a full video with all the details I've not weathered as yet. But yeah, I do emphasise, guys, I would recommend maybe you getting sprue cutters if you're not confident enough to use scissors. Plus, it cuts right off down to the point, so you wouldn't have a lot to file off like this. But again, still be very careful, because they're very, so you can do it, it's gone, pretty cool, but you've got to be very careful because these pieces are very, very flimsy, guys. And in the past I have snapped them and had to glue them together, which again, it's doable, but it just gives you more work to do, that's all. I mean, that's bending a bit, that's going to leave that like that. So this part, which is number 8, is going to be basically, let me look, go in from that hole there, just in there. Again, we'll do a dry fit and I'll show you. And then it's going to be popping on that other plant and detail there, and that's how it's going to look. Pretty cool. So let's get that out some tweezers, because that was a bit tight. Apply some glue. And that's it, another week's done of the Millennium Falcon. We've had 2 this week, it's all good. And guys, if you can see my studio now, I'm banging these out because I've got so many boxes to do with every build, plus this. I've got loads of the Millennium Falcon. Right, so let's get this down here. There we go, get that in. Get that in there, make sure the other side's in as well. Of course, it's always the last one that plays you up. Yeah, that's in there. That's in that hole there in the recess, and that's in there. So yeah, that's it, guys. Look at that. Stay tuned to the end. I'll give you a nice little outro so you can see that close up. But doesn't that look cool? And then keep an eye out, guys. If you press your bell notification after subscribing, you'll get notified. But keep an eye out for the video where I'm going to weather these parts. Blacky grey colour they are, and they're going to look pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back next time. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Take care. And that is it for today's video, guys, of the Millennium Falcon from Fanham de Agostini. Pretty cool issue today. Basically, we had to put some plant-on details on. A little bit fiddly, but all good. Now, while we're talking about that also, in this issue, you could have weathered this and coloured them in a blacky grey colour. As I've said in previous videos, guys, I've got 2 or 3 things that I've decided I'm going to weather, like paint the colours like blacky grey colour. I might be doing the floor, where you've got the domino hologram table. I think it's the domino and the hologram table, you know what I mean. I might weather that a bit, just a few drops of ink, it says, watered down, and then rub that with some tissue, and it'll make it look a bit used, if that makes sense. And then we've got the part what we've got today, a similar part to that was many issues ago, as I wasn't going to weather them, guys. That will be coming as well. So what I'm going to do is put all that in one video coming soon, and we'll go through weathering those just to make it look a bit more better. And also, I forgot to say at the beginning of this video, I'm on pack 10 now, guys. This issue today was the beginning of pack 10. So we're at pack 10, guys, and that's where you get another free gift, which I showed at the beginning of the video, the Millennium Falcon t-shirt. And as I said, I'll try it on next week. If it don't fit, you won't see it on. If it does fit, I'll be wearing it. We had a cap a few months ago. That was another free gift that I received, and I did wear that a few times. I may have put it on again. But yeah, next week, when I bring the Millennium Falcon back, I'll try the t-shirt, see if it fits. If not, you might just be seeing it hanging somewhere behind me, and I'll just have it as a momentum gift, if that makes sense. But that is it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give us a big thumbs up, a big like, and also, if you've not done us already, press that subscribe button, press the bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put something up to do with the Millennium Falcon or any other video up on the channel. But for now, that is it, guys. Take care. See you soon. Peace.